What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're going to be talking about the stock that I'm getting pinged about and messaged and emailed, and a lot of questions regarding about MRNA, Moderna stock. Of course, this one and Pfizer have been pretty much neck and neck on really competing on trying to get the vaccine pushed out to the United States and really the whole world. With, again, Pfizer getting that really fast approval from warp speed, and then you also have Moderna trying to work with the FDA to prove and show their overall standings and the results from their clinical trials. That you can see some very interesting numbers here. So let's go ahead and just jump into the main screen here. We're pulling this from the CNBC link here. The site here is saying FDA recommends watching for the Bell's palsies in the Moderna and Pfizer vaccine recipients. So I didn't know what Bell's palsies was. And again, I'm not a doctor here. So this is actually where a part of your face, the side of your face, actually will tighten up and almost freeze, creating like a paralysis kind of thing where it's almost like your face freezes up and you're not able to move it. And this has happened to, I believe, 3 of the people who actually got the vaccine out of the 30,000 trial participants. So very low numbers. So I think that's good. I don't, again, I'm not working with the FDA or knowing what their standards are on allowing things being pushed through. But 3 out of 30,000 seems like a pretty low number to me. That being said, this stock, as you know, Moderna stock has had a crazy amount of run. It's down nearly 5-ish% today. Once we look at the chart, we'll look at it. But this is an interesting chart to look at. It has had a lot of consolidation at some key levels. So with this being said, we can go ahead and kind of jump into the chart here. Of course, there is some... We always call it Monday News Day. Basically, last couple Mondays, the last months or so, we've always got some kind of vaccine news kind of coming around in that time frame. And the one that I'm truly waiting for is Johnson & Johnson. So I'm waiting for J&J to kind of just tell us, hey, we're here. We are able to manufacture 100 million vaccines by February or whatever. I don't know what they're going to say, but I think J&J has something in their pockets, and they're going to be kind of a magician and pull out something out of their sleeve here and really surprise us here. So that being said, let's go ahead and just jump into the chart here. And this chart doesn't really do it justice here on Moderna. So this stock, even before the pandemic, was trading around $17. It was getting investments on other various things previous to that, but it really ramped up the mRNA kind of style of vaccine with this, again, with the pandemic, with the virus and the whole global economy really being shut down and really affecting a lot of people's bottom lines. And of course, their health. That's an important thing as well. With that being said, this thing has been absolutely rocket ship. I don't know why I have this alert here. Please go away. Thank you. It's been riding up that 21 to 34 EMA here on the daily chart here. Week after week, month after month, kind of had some of a pullback that was kind of due towards the potential of some other news coming out due to the fact of the CEO and some of the C-suite staff, which means the CFO and other folks within that were able, I think it was the CEO, sold a substantial amount of shares ahead of this news. Again, I'm not going to be diving into the drama of that. There are some rules and regulations that allow the individual to sell previous noted timeframes, and is actually, I believe, is reviewed by the SEC at the time of selling. That also happened with the Pfizer CEO. So pick your poison here, basically. Whatever, it's just drama, whatever. I'm not here to create a soap opera here, but we're going to be looking here at the chart here. It was really tight consolidation around $76 to around $70. And of course, until they got those trials going beginning of November of this year, and it rocketed here from $70 all the way up to basically $180 here. Ever since then, kind of just waiting for, as we are still waiting for, is the final written letter basically signing and letting the FDA fast track this vaccine. Because if you don't know anything about fast tracking vaccines, especially medications, it takes years, years and years and years. We're really putting, again, the pedal to the metal here, the throttle. We're putting it into 7th gear. We are flying here on trying to really beat this horrible pandemic down and just really curb stomp it and just get on with our lives here. With that being said, on the chart here, it's kind of very interesting. Some people call it a flag, some call it a bull flag, a falling flag, an ascending triangle, whatever. But we're seeing this kind of pattern here with, again, that high of 178 here, and kind of just couple like beat down days, not really getting past some key levels here, and really coming today with, again, being down nearly 5.5%. With, again, however the FDA people or the folks trading this look at the FDA approval, or if they're going to get the handwritten letter stating that they are approved to start going forth. A lot of people are also looking at a potential vaccine glut, meaning that there's not going to be enough vaccines for everyone, and there's going to be a very high demand for quite some time, more than other people project. Like, it could be not even until later parts of the summer where most of the people that were supposed to be getting the vaccine actually get it. Because, again, testing it is one thing, and then having the full-on vaccine for majority of the population, because we're talking not hundreds of thousands of people or millions, we're talking about billions of people. There's, I don't know, 8 billion people in the world. Not saying everyone needs the vaccine, but there is a very high percentage of cases and folks, especially with frontline staff and hospitals, the elderly with ongoing medical complications and things like that, really are high-risk individuals for this particular virus. So they're really going to be creating that list and kind of going through those levels to really see on how things move from that level. So from here, again, I'm kind of going every which way. Again, I am looking, again, this is active market hour, so I am looking at notifications and so forth. So things are going good here, so forth. That being said, we're coming down to some initial support here. This is not going to be very strong support because we have broken the parabolic SAR dots, with initial stronger support coming in around 134 here. So actually, we're going to create an alert here. So again, full disclosure, I am not in this stock at all. I traded it way back when, meaning like this time frame over here. Like, I think I traded it when it was like 20, 30 bucks. Yeah, I'm known to bust out early. With that being said, 134, 135 is going to be our initial stronger support level. Again, that's that 21 EMA, which if you watch the channel for more than 5 minutes, we love that 21 EMA on the daily side. On the weekly side, that kind of falls in exactly with the 5 EMA here. So that's going to be the white line. Again, this stock has been a very aggressive movement, again, especially with that huge ramp up and really getting the overbought territory, even on the weekly side. You can kind of see that here. It hit on the daily side as well. Not always on the daily side, it's very as strong as on the weekly side, because on the daily side, it can be overbought for quite some time. With that being said, it was basically overbought from the end of November to basically just the first week of December was considered overbought, but you can see the price movement that we've seen in the stock here. We also had one of my favorite patterns. It's called the middle finger pattern of volume. You can see here in the back, you have the first knuckle, which is this one right here. Then you have the middle finger itself, which is this really elongated middle volume bar here. And then you have the third knuckle, basically giving you the FU sense of this stock's going to blow up, going up or down. That's usually the pattern that it gives that. It's not a completely take out all the money in your bank account and put it all on black. This is more or less just like, hey, this is a very fast momentum stock. It's considered overbought. Get ready for a large move higher or lower, which again, that huge move down that day and then popping it right back up. Like, imagine buying it at 178 and then going all the way down in one day down to 130. Like, that would be a headache, right? And that causes a lot of FOMO, a lot of fear. That's especially when you see that volume pattern like that, that usually means there's a lot of day traders in there and there's a lot of scalpers. So a lot of people shorting the stock, a lot of people just trying to get a couple pennies out of it, people trying to squeeze the lemon to the very last drop kind of scenario. So be very mindful of that. Again, that's something that I've seen really kind of come forth quite a few times on these very fast driven momentum stocks. So with that being said, like some key takeaways before I let you go, we're going to be looking at key levels coming down potentially to this level. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. This thing can bounce right here and go all the way up to 200. I don't know. But that being said, it needs to break some key levels, especially around that 170 level. Since this was a huge overexhaustion and just complete emotional buying and selling here, it's going to be very hard to kind of look at this one. We're really going to rely on those upward bands of the parabolic SAR dots. So 175 to 176 is going to be a very key level to potentially see if we do get a bounce. If we get a bounce and not getting past that 170 to $175 level, we could be coming back down, kind of creating a dead cat bounce or just a full-on bull trap and just kind of falling all the way down to 130 to even down to $120 to the downside. So again, guys, be very careful out there. This is, again, a stock I'm probably not going to be touching with a 37-foot pole, but just a lot of pings, a lot of notification people were asking me about it. So I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of highlight on what I'm looking at it and maybe give you some kind of lesson learned here looking at this particular stock. All right, guys, thank you for coming out, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.